A binocular-shaped dog chew toy.
Yep.
This thing is certified by...
several canines. Most of the time, people are putting water in this. Sometimes you could put fruit punch. Pair of Diamondback HD 10x42s. This is what I call the Glock of binoculars.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everybody. Mark on the mic, my good friend, Mr. Ryan Muckenhirn, across from me. And welcome to our second annual holiday stocking stuffers. Maybe
Stuckers.
Maybe I can combine those words, Ryan, and it's stoffings now. Everything's stoffings these days. Stocking stuffers, and we got a few items that maybe didn't fit in the stockings. A couple that a person may find under the tree, but I tell you what, if they did, they'd probably be pretty darn excited.
Well, you could get bigger stockings.
These are loaded to the gills. Is that do you put that in the suggestion box?
Bigger stockings.
Okay. Hey, everybody likes that. Boy, 'tis the season. And, Ryan, I think we've curated a selection of optics and Vortex items that are the perfect they're the perfect gift.
You know, I got to say, Mark did all the curation of these things because I'm a bit out of sorts. Mark's like, I got this.
There's busy.
Yeah,
and so busy time of year.
He went ahead and all the selections on the table were uniquely his. And seeing them laid out, it's evident to me that, Mark, you're a thoughtful person.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a thoughtful person, and I think because you represent our customer base well, you said I would like these things. Ergo, you would like these things.
Well, and I'd say most of these items fall within a price bracket where they're not going to kill a person in their pocketbook. So, I mean, this could be for, a family member, a friend, an acquaintance, a coworker. Lots of good stuff here. Should we jump in?
Mark, let's rock and roll.
Ryan, why don't you open up the stocking that's closest to you?
So,
do we get to keep these after?
No, Mark. In this stocking,
Ryan, the tumblers were a gift, Todd.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
It's from a movie, kind of.
In this stocking, we have 3 examples of our insulated drinkware, these tumblers, the 20-ouncers. So that's a nice, even unit of measurement, 20 ounces, which, for a long time, I thought water bottles were 20 ounces. Most of them are not. Most of them are like a 16.7 to 18.7 ounce.
Oh, like your typical...
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And somebody had explained to me that there's a conversion to liters that is cleaner if you do whatever the half measure of American Standard fluid ounces is, which blew my mind. This is a fairly recent discovery to me.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to have to look into this a little bit. I'll tell you what is not a half measure, and that's the quality of this drinkware, Ryan.
Insulated tumbler. So if you've got a cold drink, it'll stay cold longer. If you've got a hot drink, it'll stay hot longer. A couple color options for you, shown here on the table. The Blaze Orange. And I remember when we were working on the Blaze, Gina and Aaron always come around with examples prior to the commitment of color that we do. And they had some options in Blaze that were so Blaze. It's kind of like our Blaze Orange hoodie, which is the orangest orange that was ever oranged.
That thing.
It
is Blaze. Honestly, like our Blaze Orange hoodie, we don't have one here right now. That should be the standard that Blaze Orange is set against.
Correct. And it puts a large emphasis on Blaze. So somehow it emits light. And I haven't worked out.
It really does.
Yeah, I haven't worked that out. But when somebody walks in the room wearing that Blaze, it's like, holy moly. So this is a little bit more subtle and quite tasteful. It's a lovely color of orange. Of course, the green color, and I'm sure there's a official color for it.
I call it Vortex green.
Yeah. And then this lovely kind of pastel blue. Has a hint of violet in it.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. These are very popular. People like them because they keep your drinks cold or keep your drinks hot. They're very durable. You're not going to break this drinkware when you're chucking it around the cab of your truck. There's one of these rolling around on the floor of my vehicle right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%. And I'll get it out. I'll wash it out, and I'll put something else in it. And it'll be great. This is a great option, Mark. It's a great option.
I don't know. It seems like you can always use another coffee mug.
You are somebody who has a lot of these in various forms.
I have a fair amount.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, like I like to say, I said it in the recent squirrel video that we launched, the squirrel hunting video where we modified those 1022s. Sometimes I also like to ride the Lightning and just bring an open top.
Which is crazy because many times I've gotten to Mark's house to go to the airport or to hang out or to whatever, and he gets in the vehicle and he has a standard mug.
The ride from my house to the airport is just enough time if your coffee has cooled a little bit,
Yep.
which I'd say that is the advantage of like your standard ceramic mug is it's going to get to a nice drinkable temperature. These things are going to keep it hot, but that's an advantage too, just depending on the situation.
This is you put your hot beverage in here about an hour prior to wanting to drink it, and then it becomes the perfect temperature.
Or if you're the type of person who wants to add a dollop of cream, then
Sure.
boom, you're right there,
Nearly
instantly.
When you order coffee from Mark at the airport, you get coffee black with room for cream.
Yeah, that's when I'm kind of getting a little fancy.
Yep.
Oftentimes.
Mostly he just drinks black coffee.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll say this about the open top, which this is not. It, in fact, has a high impact closable and openable, which, there we go, lid. When I bring an open top container into my vehicle, it's because I'm out of sorts and I didn't have time.
It's all you had.
Correct.
And then, frankly, it can be a hazard. You don't want to be wearing your nice slacks.
No, when you do it, it proves that you are in sorts because you're enjoying the beverage in a manner that if you were sitting on your lazy chair, which I don't know if you have one.
We do, yeah.
Do you use it?
No, not really.
You're bringing that piece to your commute, which for some people is very stressful. If I've got the open top in my truck, oh man, I had a rough morning.
This is the recommended way to go.
Yeah.
Which is why we're recommending it.
Yeah. And so, multiple colors, 20 fluid ounces. Stay classy.
All right. Well, if you made it through that, you're really going to like this. Ryan, when it comes to Christmas and the holidays, we can't leave out our furry canine friends. And we thought about that here at Vortex. So we've got some dog toys in the shape of, well, maybe a little bit of foreshadowing here, Ryan, a Diamondback.
Well, that's more of a UHD 832, 1032.
Oh, that is, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I flubbed it up again. A binocular-shaped dog chew toy.
Yep.
This thing is certified by
several canines.
Yeah. We've had a few real Vortex optics along the way that have been certified by real canines.
So that's the impetus of these.
Exactly.
Can I tell that story?
Please do.
Sure. So for some reason, dogs have a tendency to chew their owners' binoculars and rangefinders with a fairly high rate of frequency. And I think maybe a little bit of it's like jealousy. The dog sees the owner running the product, not paying attention to the dog. Dog thinks to itself, you know what? I've had enough. I'm going to destroy that thing which captivates my owner. And then I will again be back on the top of the list. And so what started as kind of a funny joke where our binocular repair department had gone out to the local PetSmart or something, purchased some like dog chew toys and like put them in the repair boxes with the repaired or replaced item, turned into this, and which is great. Funny enough, my nephew, who's I think Bill's 14 now, 13 or 14, and my nieces who are I think 10 and 6 respectively, were at a local sporting goods store, Shields, had been walking through and saw these dog chew toys on the rack a few weeks ago. And my nephew calls me just ecstatic. And he's like, Ryan. I'm like, Bill, what's up, buddy? He goes, can you get Lincoln those for, Lincoln's their dog.
Thank you for the clarification.
Not Lincoln, I'm sorry. They've got a new dog. Can you get those for Leo for Christmas? And I said, yeah, sure. And so I was over at their place for
So
things.
you've already done this.
Well, I haven't done it yet.
In the future,
This Christmas, I will make sure that Leo, the golden doodle, has a pair of Vortex binocular Chew toys. I'll probably send 2. But they just the kids loved them and they thought it was awesome.
I mean, they're funny, they're novel. Now, I do worry that with these, we are training generations of dogs to think that binoculars are
like the duck bumpers.
Oh, sure.
Yes, yes.
So
I never thought about that, Mark. I never put that together.
Well, you know, I'm a worry wart.
Yeah, that's good thinking, though.
But these are cool. One in, like I said, Vortex green, one in blaze. But that's not all. Not only can you give them something fun to play with, you can give them a brand new collar. So again, one in blaze, one in olive. The blaze is a waterproof dog collar. Really cool. I mean, high vis for your dog.
Yep.
Great for a hunting application, something like that. And then you got the olive here, which, that's always a good look as well.
Good, classy look. Whether your dog's a field dog or not, it doesn't matter.
Because they probably love Vortex.
Mark, as I hold these in my hand, I wish that we had orange binoculars.
I feel like we put that in the suggestion box at some point in time.
It's got erratic bounce. It's pretty cool.
It's cool. So there, bam. We're gonna get this out of. I'm just gonna set them to the rear here once we kind of run through them. Ryan, what do you got up next?
Next in my stockings is the Camelback. This is a very high capacity jug. 2 styles of these Camelbacks, one in the camo, one in the 3 Peaks, which is one of Mark's favorites.
I do like that design.
Mark loves the 3 Peaks.
That camo was hot, and camo is so hot right now.
It is. This is 1,000 milliliters of liquid.
How many ounces is that then? 34?
32-ish.
Do
the math. I'm not that smart. 1,000 milliliters, 1 liter of fluid capacity. Most of the time, people are putting water in this. Sometimes you could put fruit punch. Mark, are you a narrow lid guy or are you a wide mouth guy?
So I would say, in general, I am a wide mouth. But what I really like about a lid system like this, and why I would carry something like this around town or this is more of a backcountry application. But if I was going to fill this with water, just give her a dip in the old crick, pretty clean water, but you never know. Then I have that water residue around the mouth area, right? You throw your steri pin in, boom, you do all that water, but you still have that stuff around the outside that I worry about that maybe the pin didn't get it.
Yeah.
So then I take this, and I guess I always take a little of that water and swish it around the top too to kind of rinse it off. But then also I know when I put this back on, because I've kept this safe and out of the way of the potentially Giardia ridden water, I've got a clean place where I'm drawing from.
Where I rest on the debate is filling a wide mouth is advantageous.
This is the best of both worlds.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's where I wanted to get. So filling the wide mouth is advantageous. And so if you're ever puddle, and I haven't had to puddle fill in a long time. I try not to do that. Now,
yeah, I'm not super interested.
No, now it's more I'm trying to make sure I bring enough water that I don't have to puddle fill. Unless I'm a long ways away from my truck, I'd rather moving body of water fill. So you fill wide, you drink narrow.
I don't even mind a still water, but a nice, alpine lake.
Well, there's
you know what? I've heard that still waters are actually, as long as you're careful, you don't go stomping around.
Sure.
But
it's not all turbulent.
It's not turbulent, so any things have actually settled to the bottom.
A lot of the places that I monkey around, they've got beavers.
Caps. Oh.
And you don't want that beaver fever.
No.
Yeah.
Yuck.
But if you ever decide that you want to get into an extraordinarily rigorous rucking regimen, that's a lot of in the same sentence, and you try to drink while moving under duress out of a wide mouth,
slosh it.
What you end up doing is inadvertently waterboarding yourself. That's where the narrow is super advantageous for drinking out of.
And then you're in the woods just telling yourself all your secrets.
That's right. So 3 Peaks or camo, you take your pick. This is for the city. This is for the country. And, yeah.
Collect them all. That's what I say.
Yeah. Mark, what do you got in your next stalking?
Well, and Ryan, it was hard for me. So honorable mention here, but we did them last year to not bring a selection of Vortex socks up here.
And I
because they are stockings and it matches the stocking stuff. So still get yourself a set of Vortex, multiple sets. They're really great socks. A couple different, 3 or 4 different weights of Vortex socks. It's not what we're talking about today. But I thought I could kind of replace those with some stocking caps. So I still got to use the word. I would call this a ribbed knit, Ryan. Multiple colors. We've got, again, a little bit of a trend here. We've got the olive.
Lovely olive.
The blaze.
Yep.
The black, always a classic.
Those are for night ops.
And the brown. I hear brown is very in right now as well.
Is it?
That's what somebody told me that.
I see.
Cool looking cap, subtle branding.
Yeah, nothing over the top.
Says just enough.
Yep.
Everything you need.
May I like to get the hand feel of that, Mark?
Yeah.
Very soft. Very soft.
Have you written an apparel copy before?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. When you said, the hand, like has a soft hand or something like that.
No, I paid attention to some of the meetings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very nice hat. I bet that's warm too, Mark.
That's what it's for, right?
Yeah. You could, with this, what always got me going when I was a kid, and I always felt so silly, is when the brim of my hat a stocking cap like this would roll down. This has built into it. It has like a seam, a sewn seam, so that rim doesn't fold.
Oh, it's kind of a stop?
You don't look silly.
Well, that's important.
Alternatively, you could put some small treats in there for later.
I guess I'll trust you on that.
Yeah, think about it. I mean, if you had like a Tootsie Roll, you could throw that up in there.
I'm not a big fan of the Tootsie Roll. There, I said it's out there.
Well, Mark, it's evident to me that you didn't spend any time around the Knights of Columbus when they were handing out Tootsie Rolls after church. Also, in my next stocking is more stockings. These are the heavyweight hats, and they are plush.
Oh, this might have an actual name to it. Do we call this? I should have.
Rib knit.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Very intuitive.
Correct. So you nailed it, Mark. So these are the heavyweights, and they are thick. A couple different colors here too. So this is a little bit more potentially of a casual hat, or if you hunt an area that doesn't have a blaze requirement, these are also permissible. We have kind of this olive brown camo-ish color. So if you look at it really close, and maybe you can't see it on the camera, it's got a variety of colors sewn into it.
Ryan, I actually shot me a whitetail buck wearing that hat. Not that one, but like the brown hat. Late season, in coldest hunt I've ever been on.
Colder than when you and I were hunting together?
Yeah.
It was colder than 27 below zero.
Okay, it wasn't that, but it was...
Did we have a heater?
The wind chill factor was... The wind was blowing Mach 4.
Yeah.
So...
Hat, talking about that hand feel again, this seems like something that if I put it on my head, I could just lay it down and use it as a pillow.
I think I actually... I did. I slept in it
You've
also.
taken a snooze in there?
Yeah.
A little more prominent logo on top there, so a little bit larger. I'm not saying this is a fashion hat. It could be a utility hat. Also in this lovely green to complement the drinkware. This, Mark, I know is a color that you're more fond of than anything.
I would call that a cranberry.
That's a really good color.
What's it say on the? Does it say on the tag?
Well, it does, but it's REH, and I'm going to just say it's red. I never know the technical terms for colors. And then this somewhat kind of blue color.
Blue. That's gray. It's gray and black.
There's definitely blues in there, Mark. That's okay though.
Looks nice.
It's kind of like bluegills.
It'd be one that I picked. I can tell you that.
How many bluegills have you taken out of the water and said, "Oh yeah, now I get it"?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Not that many.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Great hat.
Boy, I sure fancy me a pumpkin seed sunfish.
Beautiful fish. One of the more beautiful fish. Those and brook trout.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I've kind of got a hankering for? Not to make this an aside. Arctic char.
They're really cool.
Oof.
They're really neat looking. I've caught a lot of Dolly Varden, which are a char. And I've caught brook trout, too.
Yeah. Go ahead, pop it
They're
out
all
of
great
there.
fish. Boy, a lot of drinkware today.
Yeah.
But it just makes such a good gift.
It does.
I couldn't leave it. I couldn't leave them out.
These are.
I might even be missing one color of these, but these are the.
These are my favorite combos.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the coffee mug version.
And that doesn't mean that you have to put coffee in it. If you wanted to put, what is it that you like? An old-fashioned sour?
Oh, you could definitely do that with this.
Yep. And then with olives, correct?
Correct. Old-fashioned sweet with olives.
Okay.
Actually.
I thought you were sour.
Occasionally, but more of a.
The handle is prohibitive for cup holder use for the most part, but it has a handle. I'm a big fan of these mugs. I gift these to a lot of my friends because everybody needs a good mug. If you wanted to go Mark Boardman and run full open top on this, you can do that too.
You certainly could.
You can take the lid right off.
Great for at home. Great camp mug.
Great camp mug.
Yeah.
You hook a carabiner on that handle.
Very outdoorsy.
Very. In the lichen color and the tan.
12-ounce mug.
Yeah. Yep. That's fluid ounces.
Correct.
Here's one. Mark and I, this is a favorite of ours every year. Not only because we were issued them, but the Vortex holiday sweater. Okay? What started as a funny joke turned into a cultural phenomenon for us here at Vortex. This is a holiday sweater. It's a medium weight. It's not super heavy. So if you're sitting around the fire roasting chestnuts, you're not going to cook yourself out.
Nope, not going to overheat, but it's just enough.
There's some subtleties on it that if you wore this to maybe your non-hunting shooting friends' Christmas, they'd probably just pass it by and say, you're wearing a lovely festive sweater. But to that spouse or neighbor at the same party who is adjacent to our great lifestyle,
They know.
they look and they see a few things, pair of binoculars, some mule deer antlers, some rifle scopes, and some spotting scopes. There are trees on it and some snowflakes. So
It's like it's overt and subtle at the same time. I like this sweater, Ryan, because it says I love the holidays. I'm in the holiday spirit. But it also could say
I will skip dinner to go deer hunting.
Right. Or I'm at my family function right now against my will because I wish I was deer hunting.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm sorry for leaving the table cluttered with my...
Oh, we got a lot of stuff here, Ryan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. Now we're getting into kind of the big dogs. Of today.
Yeah,
we kind of covered definitely more of the stocking stuffers, and now we're transitioning to under the tree. Should I start with?
Kick us off, Mark.
Well, you know what? You do this one.
Okay, so here we have an example of one of my favorite pieces of industrial design. Thank you, Mike.
I knew you had kind of an affinity for this one, so
I do. The aesthetic and the hand feel is really quite impressive. This is the Triumph 850 rangefinder, a product number one that we're excited to have in the line and talk about because we brought out to market a $100 laser rangefinder that is super capable. 850-yard reflective range. Divide that by 2 on your average soft target, so we've got a 4.25 non-reflective range rating. For your archer, for your Midwestern rifleman or woman, whomever, if you need a very simplistic rangefinder that is going to deliver range accurately and quickly, and you don't need to spend a ton of money, the Triumph 850. Really aesthetically pleasing optic, really functional optic.
Black LCD display.
Yep. Triumph.
Simple operations.
$100.
Super solid unit. And yeah, the price.
$100.
Well, Ryan, filling out the Triumph line, and if you watched our Stocking Stuffer podcast last year, we talked about the Triumph 10x42 binoculars.
Yes, we did.
It was hard for me not to bring that one up here today as well. But we filled out the line, like you said, with the Triumph 850 rangefinder. We also have the Triumph HT 3-9x40 second focal plane rifle scope. 1-inch tube for $99. I'd say excellent optics. Actually, in all these kind of like surprising, like
yeah,
a little bit you have to see to believe sort of deal. The tried and true, the classic 3 to 9 by 40 configuration. That's like the get it done every man's rifle scope configuration.
100%.
I mean, from the I think maybe today people think of this as like, hey, this is perfect for the Midwest. For years, Ryan, we were hunting mule deer, elk, sheep, stuff in Alaska with the good old 3 to 9.
It worked.
It worked, and it still does, and it still does work. And again, $99
includes scope rings.
That's a really good point.
Includes neoprene cover. You have somebody who's just gotten their first rifle or their 41st rifle. They need an optic. Triumph HT 3 to 9.
There you go.
Yep.
BDC reticle.
Mark, I did notice that you had something on the list for our possibly other outdoor sporting.
Ryan,
what I'm asking you to do is explain yourself.
Because these are gifts, and gifts are not about you. They are about other people. And Ryan, I mean, I have other people in my life. I know a lot of folks, and there's a lot of folks here at Vortex as well. They love to golf, and they need a golf rangefinder.
Sure.
And we are 100% in that space. We have 3 different models. We have a good, better, best. Ryan, tell me a little bit about the one that you've selected for today.
So, honestly, I was going to bring the blade slope. I see that I just brought the blade. So I was going to shoot down the middle. It's a golf term.
I like it.
Which I can't do, by the way. Golf for me is an opportunity.
This would be, but this is kind of fitting for, a gift that's going to be, within reach of somebody that says, you know what, yeah, I can do this for this person.
Correct. So blade slope, anarch. Those are the 3 that Mark is talking about. The blade is a very simple rangefinder. It's going to tell you the range to the pin. The blade slope is going to do those things plus give you the slope. The anarch is the full package: image stabilization, adaptive reticle, slope on board. It's got a
pin spotter mode.
Yes. Well, the blade has pin spotter
That's true,
as well.
But it does also.
Yeah, you get a vibratory feel out of the anarch when you hit that pin. Tournament legal, which is a big thing. Blade slopes, you can turn that off. Anarch, you can turn that off too. There's no shenanigans. If you're out there playing a tournament and you're trying to sneak slope in, you dirty dog, you can turn it off. But golf rangefinder, any of the 3 would have been great. Why I was going to grab the slope was the representative sampling of technology, and inadvertently I grabbed the blade.
Well, and it's funny that you say any of the 3 would have been great, because I nearly grabbed like the big display that we have down in the showroom that does have all 3.
Thank you for not grabbing the showroom.
You don't like display. It when I rob. I was actually in process of robbing the showroom.
Yeah, I was on a call.
Like the Grinch, and Ryan's like,
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, man, it's going to be like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but
these are well, this isn't a 10-minute talk, but
blades.
If it was a 10-minute talk, they would have been gone for 10 minutes plus travel time to get downstairs.
Sure. Because we do so many regimented, strict 10-minute talks. This is funny. My brother golfs. I think the last time I FaceTimed him, it was a Wednesday, and he's a government employee. And he opens up the FaceTime, and he's wearing like the golf attire. And
okay.
And he's like, "What's up?" And he's golfing. I'm like, "What? It's like 11 o'clock on a Wednesday." He's like, it's team building.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
He's out there hitting the greens. Maybe I get him a golf rangefinder.
He's out there all by himself, team building.
No, he was with a group of his peers and associates. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get him a rangefinder for Christmas.
He'd probably love it.
He probably would. I got him a Defender CCW for his
loves that
Glock 43X. He's become quite a pistolero. I'm surprised.
Maybe it runs in the family, Ryan.
This was his first gun.
I'm just saying, I think you have a natural talent.
It took you
worked hard to develop.
Long time. He just kind of picked it up. He's an athlete, though. He did the sports thing. So.
Well, you're very talented with the pistol.
Blade slope, or anarch for the golfer under your tree.
Ryan, you were just talking about a different red dot.
Mm-hmm.
But, as we podcast right now, it's December.
You know what's coming up on the 12th, don't you?
No.
Turkey applications.
Oh, I always do mine early because I get the
conservation patrons.
So that doesn't register with me. So I'm sorry, that was a miss on my part.
I freak out every time, and then I remember I did the conservation patrons. You know what's wild about Wisconsin, and this ties into the product that Mark has and is going to showcase here in a little bit, is we have, I think, arguably the best turkey seasons, period. It's very long, mid-April to like sometimes June 1st. I know Sling and Rick's kill the June bird. You have to apply in December for the first 2 seasons.
It took me a couple years actually, to get on board with our season structure.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't used to it.
Sure.
I was like, apply for a turkey.
Yeah.
Get real, bro.
And that's coming from Nebraska.
And Washington.
Yeah.
But now I look at it, and it really is a thing of beauty.
Where it gets real dicey is when they open up the SERP tags. So you want that CD season. You want to talk about
C is
coveted. C is for coveted.
And cutthroat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about how would I put this? Shut down whatever else is going on. We're going live. Wisconsin Go Wild, which is the website.
I'm surprised their website doesn't crash every year, honestly.
They've done a really good job. And you get in line and you hope for a number under 500, 600 maybe.
Sometimes you get in the queue and you're like
5,476. You're just like, well, I'm not getting a C season tag. Like that's ridiculous. But if you do get an A through D season tag or E season, is it an F season?
There's F too.
F. Yeah. Mark, this is your product. I'm sorry, I tried to hijack it.
No, how could you not? This is an exciting one. This is the Viper shotgun enclosed micro red dot, integrated mount. Works with nearly any shotgun that's drilled and tapped. Would that be a more accurate way to say it? I mean, it's pretty much any.
Here's the deal. The majority of shotguns that are drilled and tapped in the marketplace will readily accept the Viper enclosed shotgun micro dot. Those that are not drilled and tapped, and that is almost every Remington 870,
sure,
can be drilled and tapped to accept it, and fairly easily. This isn't such an invasive process that, it's not that big a deal.
I had my my Benelli.
Yeah,
it's an older version. Did not come drilled and tapped. It took like 5 minutes. I was like, zoop, zoop, and then off I went. Hunted this all last spring.
How'd it work?
It's legal cheating. It's actually ridiculous. It sits super low, which was kind of even though I was running a different red dot.
Yeah.
My sticking point was, or the concession that I was making is I didn't have quite the cheek weld. I had more of a vertical, presentation. This sits so low, I can bear down on the shotgun. The window size is perfect. You've got 2 versions. You've got a multi-reticle version and then just a dot version. Personal preference there. I like the dot. Incredible battery life. And the thing I love most about it, is, even when you get a bird 30, 40 yards out, when you're just running a front bead, you obscure most of the bird. You're kind of lollipopping the bird's head so you can keep track of it and execute a good shot. With the dot, you're putting the dot, on the wattles or on the head, wherever your point of aim is. I'm more of a wattle guy myself. And you can see the whole bird, and you just press the trigger. And I mean, I think it does, particularly if you pair it with like a TSS type shot. It's not advocating shooting birds at long distances. I think it will extend your effective range. I think it will increase your lethality. I think it will increase your accuracy. I think you will execute better shots if you're twisted up in maybe a little bit of an awkward position to where maybe you don't have that perfect cheek weld when you're running just a front bead. Because this is parallax free, if the dot is on where you want it to go, you can let her rip, and that shot payload is going to go where the dot was when you press the trigger.
Mark, I killed my bird at somewhere between 54 and 56 yards last spring. And I could not have done it without the dot.
Well, and let me ask you this.
Please.
Was it hard?
To kill him?
I mean, like, did the shot...
Okay,
Like
so
it probably felt like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is not a problem.
having taken birds in the past using a bead at similar distances,
Which I would say is pretty much the threshold.
Sure. So one thing that
with a front bead.
Yeah. One thing I'm very cognizant of is that where your bead is not necessarily where your pattern is. And so I done a significant amount of homework on how my gun patterns. Is it an 80-20? Is it a 60-40, 70-30, whatever? That used to be something I had to be very aware of. Now, with the addition of the Viper onto a shotgun, I'm zeroing it as I would a rifle. And so when that bird gave me the presentation to take the shot, it was beat on and blew him away.
I forgot to mention that as, a feature is like you get to sight in the dot.
Correct. And you have to. You just don't throw it on and it's not just good to go. You will zero it like you would a rifle scope because your gun is going to point at its own discretion. And so like that was, I hunted pretty hard last year. I hunted the same property for 4 days and I played cat and mouse with this bird, same bird, for a while. So I kind of fixated on him a little bit. Like I could have gone to a different place and probably shot a different bird, but then it became personal. And idyllic setup, except the rain. Right when things were getting good, the sky opened up and this deluge poured down. And he was making the choice to either come or go at that moment. And I chose for him. He went. And then I had a 1.25 mile walk back to the truck in a thunderstorm with a very soggy, wet bird. Then came back to work, then took a shower and changed. And then that bird was in the back of my truck that day when you and I went down to the range.
I remember that.
I said, hey, look at this.
Yeah, check this thing out. Yeah. I think it had some hooks on it.
That was the best hooks I've ever killed on a turkey.
I will say, so last year, one of the birds that I shot ended up being like it was going to be a quicker opportunity just where the bird ended up. I did not have time to range it. And I'm like, I asked my brother, I'm like, how far do you think that is? He goes, I think it's 50. Put the dot on his head, let her rip, absolutely poleaxed him. I'll just say it wasn't 50 yards.
I remember now. You told me the number, and I looked at you with my jaw agape.
It works famously.
Next on the list, and this might help you spot those birds at Mark Boardman shooting distances, a pair of Diamondback HD 10x42s. This is what I call the Glock of binoculars. One of the really cool parts about working for Vortex Optics is my exposure to optical systems and their nuances. And with that comes a selection and curation for personal use that best suits my needs. You would think that all I run for everything, backyard bird watching to backcountry hunting, is Razor HD UHDs.
But you're not like me.
I own several pairs of Diamondbacks because what you get for $249.99 in a pair of Diamondbacks is a binocular punching so far above its weight class. There's a reason why the Diamondback has been the undisputed champion of our line for so long.
It is an absolute workhorse. Optically, it does a fantastic job. And like you said, what you're getting for what you have into it, it's just tough to beat.
I'm going to quote my good friend Ben from Divide Creek Outfitters. Ben, you're running Diamondbacks as an outfitter of elk in Hell's Canyon. And he looks down and he goes, yeah, they work.
Straight up.
That's it, man.
No, they're cool. And this is, the Triumphs are, newer this last year. This has been in the lineup for a while. A couple iterations, but this is the most current iteration. It's not new this year, but it also cannot be forgotten.
Timeless.
Yeah. I believe that's the most expensive item in our
Viper.
Oh
yeah,
because I think that's going to retail ish. Don't quote me. $369. Yeah, $370. So yeah, that's right. That would be the most expensive. Worth every penny.
Yeah.
There you have it, Ryan. That's our holiday stocking stuffers curation of cool products.
Well, I love it. I'm already looking at this thing.
I'm worried we didn't spend enough time on the insulated drinkware. I'm kidding.
I'm excited about those. That's where I was going. I'm looking at that because I don't have the orange one. And I like orange things.
I'm surprised you didn't get that one first.
Yeah.
Did we not have it at that time? I don't know.
No, I just didn't. I didn't get it.
Okay. That's okay.
I sent my brother and his wife the mugs last year, and they like to eat ice cream out of them.
That's a great idea.
And I never thought of that because
it
keeps it cold, not melty.
Yeah.
And then it makes a very satisfying tink, tink, tink with the spoon in the bottom. So I went and visited them some weeks ago, and they said, "Would you like ice cream?" And I thought, yeah, sure, why not? And they had mint chocolate chip, which is kind of my favorite.
It always hits, yeah.
And out from their cupboards came the Vortex insulated mugs.
Well, there's a cold tip for you, everybody. Eat your ice cream out of the insulated mug. Ryan.
Mark.
Happy holidays to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Hopefully, us going through some of these things maybe, gave you a few ideas. And maybe some lucky person that you know is going to end up with one of these in their stocking or under the tree.
Oh, there's
maybe you'll treat yourself. I don't know.
There's no excuse now if you're the kind of person that's like me and forgets to Christmas shop for anybody, and this production comes out. This should be your very immediate reminder.
It's comprehensive.
Correct. That there is no excuse, and just order today.
There you go. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Ryan. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you.
Bye.
There you have it, folks. Thank you very much for listening. As usual, give this video a like if you liked it, comment something below, and give us a subscribe to the Vortex Nation podcast channel. It would mean a lot to us. Also, why don't you give us a follow over on Instagram while you're at it, at Vortex Nation Podcast. We'd love to hear from you over there, and we'll keep you updated with all kinds of cool photos and videos from our adventures that we do here. Otherwise, we will see you on the next one. Thank you again. Happy hunting and shooting, everybody. Have a good one.